Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Ford Ranger. Now, it is all new, and I mean literally all new. The frame is new, the body is new, the suspension is new, even the electrical architecture is new, the engine is new. There's a couple new things about that as well, and in the inside, it's so new. It's an all-new truck, so this will be running for North American Truck of the Year. We'll also do a separate review of the Ranger Raptor and the Assault School, which comes with the Ranger Raptor when you buy it. But let's focus today on the Ranger. So you're starting off by looking at the front end. You're going to see that the front end is all new. Gigantic Ford logo here. Great place to hide some of those safety features, which comes with that Co-Pilot 360. That's all new as well. We'll go through that and we do the drive. Now the C style here of these LED lighting, that's new as well. Literally everything is new on this vehicle. It's designed to be a truck that you can use off-road, depending upon which trim level you buy, but there are two different engine choices. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's start off with what they did on the suspension. They moved the wheels out to the farthest distance. There's a lot of benefits to that. You're gonna get better handling. It gives you more towing capacity because you can put a bigger motor in. It also allows for a bigger cargo bed, which we're gonna show you in a moment, because you can put a full sheet of plywood in there, which is an improvement for Ranger. Now, you'll start off with these wheels. You'll see that they come 17 or 18 inch, and these are Goodyear all-terrain tires. You can get an all-season tire. Again, depends what you're doing with it, depends what trim level you're buying. I really like this gray wheel. This is some of the new styling. Again, everything is new on this vehicle. There's a lot of specs. We'll cover as much as we can, and if you have additional questions, you can put them in the comments below and I'll get you some answers. You'll also see that this is a different looking fender. It's not this big bulbous fender. What it is they pulled everything out, allowing more room for an engine. XLT is the trim level we're looking at right here. We'll also be test driving the FX4. So you'll see that all of this is new. Still, Ford has kept one of my favorite features, is this touch screen here, this little touch button. So if you don't want to carry your key with you, you just put in your code. One of the things that Ford has been doing for a long time, and I've owned Fords since way back, but what's nice about it is you don't have to carry your key with you, especially if you go hiking or you're boating or whatever it might be. You'll notice that privacy glass here as well. Going around to the back, you're going to see your fuel tank is here. This is a sport package. This is something that's new. Up to 300 pounds for this step to get into the bed, because a lot of times when you want to get into the bed, you might put one foot in and you can't reach, but this allows you to put I'm not 300 pounds, by the way, and you can reach into the bed and get whatever it might be, your camping gear, whatever it might be that you need, racing gear. I used to haul go-karts in the back of one of these. So coming around to the back, you're gonna see the new LED taillights. Really nice looking, Ranger embossed in the back as well. Large Ford logo, and of course it's got backup cameras, or round view cameras are also available. You also have the Class 3 towing hitch. We'll talk about the towing capacity when we get to the end, because I want to show you some of the other cool features this has. Now, one thing you'll notice right away is the bed doesn't come slamming down, because what they did is they have a shock absorber here, essentially. And what this does is it makes it easier to lift the tailgate up as well as let it come down without slamming. You'll see that it's fully protected. And inside there are two different ports if you want to work in this vehicle. You got your regular wall outlet, so if you want to go tailgating or you're camping, you can do that. In addition, you have a regular outlet if you want to plug in something that charges. 6 tie downs are in the bed, Ford embossed in the back, and also you'll see that window in the back. It's power available on XLT as well as on the Ranger Raptor, which we'll be covering in a different review. Bed lighting as well, really nicely thought out about who's using this. Now this tailgate can be used for a lot of things. There's a spot for drinks here, or if you want to put your iPad or some sort of phone, maybe you're working and cutting. You've got measurements across the back, and if you're holding something down, you've got a spot to put that C-clamp. See, it shows a picture of a C-clamp, and you've got one on each side in case you want to hold something down if you're cutting something, or maybe you're trying to tie something down. In addition, if you've got soda or beer or whatever, you're at a tailgate party, you got a place to open your beer bottle or your soda bottle. So it's kind of neat. They thought about all the different things. Let's get into the second row. There are 2 child safety seats. Now this is the cloth interior. There's storage back here. You have USB-C and USB-A charging, as well as 120. So you've got a lot of choices here. Storage in the back, but there is more to the back seat besides this center console, which has 2 cup holders. There's something new when it comes to the Ranger interior. You can lift up underneath. We've seen this before. There are 2 storage bins. You can put emergency kits, maybe a tow rope or something like that, whatever you might need. In addition, Ford has made that second row seat have the ability to fold flat. So if you're bringing home a television or something, you can put it right on here. You can take the seat belt off, but the idea is that it folds flat and there's a little bit of additional storage in back. This is something customers want. If you're going and it's just 2 of you, you'll be able to put your gear back here rather than putting your gear in the bed. And you can leave your camping gear, your off-road gear, whatever it is back there, and keep the interior nice and clean. One of the biggest improvements is this digital instrument cluster and gigantic 12-inch screen that is on the Lariat and the Raptor. It's also optional on the XLT. And you can see it's vertically mounted, but it's really nice size. It's not too big, and it really has a good balance. Now, one of the things that it offers besides it is Sync 4A, which is enhanced voice recognition. You just say, "Hey Ford," and then it'll ask you some questions and you can give it some information. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto are wireless, and that's standard. Key wireless is standard on XLT and above. Wi-Fi is included as well. 360-degree camera. It has a top-down view, and if you get the FX4 package, you'll get the additional cameras for off-roading. The audio system is Bang & Olufsen audio with 640 watts. There's also zone lighting, and an engine block heater is available. There's more space in the new Ranger. That includes an upper glove box, a tray for storage, and your regular glove box is here. Storage in the doors as well, both front and rear. In addition, that center console has been redesigned. So you've got your wireless charging, more storage here, more storage space, and this E-shifter is available on Lariat and also on the Ranger Raptor. You can do plus and minus here, or you can just use your normal Prindle settings. Behind the shifter is the parking brake, your park assist, the on-off, and ability to lock the rear differential, and of course traction. 2 cup holders and a lot of storage inside, including an additional outlet and a storage tray. The drive modes on the regular Ranger are slightly different than that of the Ranger Raptor. You have Eco, Sport, Tow Haul, Slippery, and then going back the other way. There's also a normal setting. I love the graphics. They do a beautiful job with the graphics. You see this on all the other vehicles. So this digital gauge cluster is really impressive and a big improvement. One last thing to note is if you do not buy an XLT or a Lariat, you do get the smaller center screen, which is an 8-inch screen, which is standard. For safety, the CoPilot 360 is standard, which includes driver assistance features. There are 6 class exclusive features, including adaptive cruise control, park assist, Pro trailer backup, which helps you get everything correct when you go to a trailer. Of course, trailer reverse guidance, blind spot information, or BLIS, which is blind spot detection, fully integrated trailer brake controller, and available 360-degree camera, and available park assist 2.0. Under the hood are 2 engine choices. The turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine with a 10-speed automatic transmission, putting out 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. In the summer of 2024, we'll get the 2.7-liter EcoBoost engine with 315 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, and the Lariat 4-wheel drive and Raptor have a new lever design and E-shifter, which is pretty cool. Towing capacity is 7,500 pounds at the Class 3 hitch. Pre-wired Light Check Ford Pass app will give you everything you need if you're towing. 17 or 18-inch wheels are your options. And there's a lot more when it comes to the suspension. So we're driving the 2.3-liter engine. The 2.7-liter engine will be coming out later in the year. And then, of course, we'll drive that Ranger Raptor. That's the one you want in a different video. As we pass one of the competitors, whoa, a Chevy Colorado, and someone crosses over the center line. First thing you're going to notice, this vehicle handles a lot better than its previous generation. Because they move the wheels to the farthest corners, it doesn't just allow for more motor and more storage in the cargo bed, but it also changes all the dynamics for handling with different dampers, with different shock absorbers and different springs. This vehicle is completely all new. And I think that's where you really see the difference right away, is this handles a lot better than the previous generation, which wasn't bad, but there's a definite departure. Also, first thing you'll notice when you get in this vehicle is that the interior is much larger. It's all new. It's a huge departure because it's more purposeful. So if you're thinking about a truck that's got places to put things and do things, well, we definitely covered that on the interior, but I really can feel the difference in this vehicle, the lower appearance, so you get better visibility. I think that makes a big difference. Now, this vehicle is available. We're driving a Lariat right now. The FX4 we also drove, and then we also did the towing, so we could see what it was like to tow with this vehicle, and we compared it to a Tacoma. And that's going to be a difficult challenge for Toyota because they're both fighting for that same customer. So keep that in mind. Their direct main competitor is going to be the Toyota Tacoma. When it comes to the handling, this is 4x2 or 4x4. And there's also drive mode selector. And when you turn that dial in the center, it has normal, eco, sport, tow haul mode, and slippery. And then, of course, you can put that back very easily. We'll put it back into sport mode just to see the difference. Of course, it has different shift points, changes all of the dynamics of the vehicle, and it also changes the gauges in front of you. So you feel it's just like a lot more pep. So this is not a race car, so we're not going to drive it like a race car. It's a truck. You're going to drive it like a truck. So I like to test drive vehicles the way that you would buy it and own it. And one important thing to note is I am riding with my good friend Al Vasquez. You can find him at Al Vasquez TV. I'll put a link in the description so you can see his work. He's all over the world, just came back from the Geneva Auto Show. He was driving the Ranger Raptor with a diesel, which is very cool, in Bolivia. So I'm looking forward to checking out that review. I do like the changes in the handling and the geometry. Moving those wheels to the farthest corner gave it just a better stance. Gives it better off-road capability, able to get more power down to the ground. I think they did a really nice job. Again, everything's new on this vehicle. There's so few pieces that are the same from the previous generation. And it's literally like little pieces, not the frame, not the wiring, not the engines, not the body panels, nothing. So this is all new. So if you haven't driven a Ranger in a long time, you want to definitely take one of these for a drive. And then, of course, all the competitors, which we'll list at the end, and links to all those reviews. This is really impressive. I think they did a nice job. We did the walk around in this vehicle in the past, but driving it, I think that's what really makes the difference. It's not just the looks. I think it has to do with the whole driving dynamics and how that's been improved as well. New technology, they've really done a nice job. And of course, all that Copilot 360, a lot of standard features. Forward collision warning, active cruise control, lane departure warning, optional around view camera with a down view. If you get the FX4 package, you get the additional cameras for off-road, so you can see what's going on in front of you and all around you so that you don't hit anything. Of course, if you're off-roading, that's really an important factor. We don't have fuel economy numbers or 0 to 60 times yet. As soon as we get those, I'll put that down in the description so that you have it. But definitely want to compare this to the Tacoma, the Frontier, the Gladiator even. There's a lot of competitors in this category. And Ford's offering a lot of accessories as well. I'm liking this truck. I think they did a nice job. Handles very nicely, much more precise than the previous generation. The towing capacity for the Ranger is 7,500 pounds. That's with the Class 3 hitch. There's also all the wiring that you need right here for your trailer. All the connection points are here. Really thought out about who's using it, what you're using it for. We did go out and tow with the Ranger. We were pretty impressed with the results of that. Now, one of the things you also want to know is 1,805 pounds of payload. That's a lot. And when you're looking at the competitors in this class, the Ford Ranger really is leading the pack. And they like to say that, but you should go and test drive one to be sure. When it comes to price for the Ranger, it starts at $34,200. Obviously, as you go up to the different trim levels, you add that FX4, or you go to the Ranger Raptor, you're going to be looking at a completely different price point. But it's good to know that the starting point is really reasonable at $34,000. You can get into a brand new Ranger. Now, there are some competitors in this class, which include the Chevy Colorado, the GMC Canyon, the Nissan Frontier, Toyota Tacoma, Honda Ridgeline, which isn't really a competitor, and also some cross-shopping with the Jeep Gladiator. Now, I'm sure you have some additional questions when it comes to the 2024 Ford Ranger or the Ranger Raptor. Make sure to check out that video as well. Put them down in the comments below. We'll be sure to get you an answer. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out that other video. And if you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee or just stay a couple minutes longer, and I'll give you another way to save a few dollars. Thanks so much for your time. I'm Lauren Fix. We'll see you next time. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.